From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look. SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Washington football team and the Los Angeles Chargers. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flush to his right. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Here's Herbert.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Evades him at the 10. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Draw play. It's Eckler. Herbert now. On the screen, this is Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler from 3 yards out. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And this one will be brought back to the 22. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run from Austin Eckler. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, not content with a first quarter lead, I guess. They're going to go onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 30. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Herbert on 1st down now. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 31, Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice... for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And here's a give to Gibson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the ground with Gibson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. And this one is right down Broadway. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. On first down, it's Herbert. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And now they're in the hurry-up. On second down, Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. Flushed out right. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Here's 1st and goal. And, gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. A good drive that time as they go 9. Plays in all, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the 45 on 2nd down, Fitzpatrick. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. And that'll hit in the zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. 1 second, all that remains. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. But gutsy call there. Yea's at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Fitzpatrick's throw complete there to Thomas. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A give, Eckler running to the right. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk reward of the onside kick when you don't get it. The risk Comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive. And they come up with a pick right there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. To throw again on second down. Herbert. Man open left side. It's Williams. We've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 35 on second down. Herbert, and complete right side to Cook. And quickly they get to the line. On first and 10, Herbert. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Oh, a good move at the 5. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Hopkins' kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. Well, 4th quarter, they've... felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe-tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And they're going to speed things up here. From the 31, Fitzpatrick over the middle, complete. That's Thomas. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fitzpatrick. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Here's Fitzpatrick. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rusher, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is down to 24. So would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big. Try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for L.A. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is... We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. DeAndre Carter returning it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.